I also have to record actually.
We
Let's
might
do a
as well
private call.
start doing that now.
Yeah, I'll call you. There you are.
Thank you to technical support for helping us out there.
Technical support really did pull a good one there. Alright.
Okay, well we do see them coming in for the invade on the red buff.
Yeah.
And they look like they're going to pick up that top tower. There's not really much Memes and Dreams can do. They don't have the best wave
They
clearing
do
team.
send their bot lane, but there are 4 people up here, so this might get bloody.
It looks like they might just get themselves killed by going in for this. That is a nice hook,
nice
actually.
hook right there.
Nice
And
hook.
Svex sets up the ult.
Just at the right time.
Svex is gonna die. Kung Lee teleporting in. This is
They
we
get
have
the
a
trade.
proper team fight on our hands
Here we go.
Double kill for the
Diana coming in to pick it up.
Garen does have his power spike now, and that is Kane and Garen just.
Can we get another one? Oh, that's another one for Augie. We like that.
Oh.
We don't want all the kills to go over to Conley. He's got to share them out a bit.
I mean,
really
while
good team fight
while I
Memes
do
and
love
Dreams.
myself a fed Garen, it is
In
not the win
terms of their
condition they're
team,
looking
they
for.
do want to share out that gold.
Yeah, they do.
We see the flash coming in from the Tristana actually,
Yeah.
and Kozik's living on a.
We also
sliver
see
of
a
health.
classical mistake coming out of the Garen building HP instead of more armor pen.
I think that's true. I think we do need more damage coming out of Conley. He's picked up a lot of kills in the early game.
So let's hope he doesn't transition that into a dead man's plate. We want to see something damagey on him.
We do. We want to see him popping off, really.
Yeah.
We want to see him running, getting that big Q, just cutting down someone.
Indeed.
But they do have the team comp to do that anyway. So I can see why he's going for that dead man's plate, honestly.
No. Yeah. But the lead is getting bigger and bigger. They are equal in turrets, but they are up like 4k.
Yeah. 4k gold, pretty big advantage. I think if you want to swap across to the gold, actually.
Oh, I don't think we can.
Oh, can we not?
Nah, but we can
I
see in the
think
top.
if you do it in the bottom corner, you can swap it across to like individual gold or something, or press tab. I don't remember how you do it.
Nah, I can remove it.
Maybe we don't have that anymore.
Yeah, I do think that's only for the boys at Riot Games.
Oh, okay. Well, the individual gold values definitely. Tristana having a big chunk of the telescope gold, picking up all of the kills. A good team fight for telescope there. They're going to try and push in with this Nunu to pick up some more. The Kazik's just jumping
that
out.
is a strong
Memes and Dreams
coming
actually going back in. A great hook out of.
They do have a very strong team fight
Nikolai.
on Team Memes and Dreams.
They do.
Oh,
They do. They
Telescope,
definitely
I mean.
do.
Telescope.
The big tanks sitting at the front
Yeah.
while the Tristana hits in the backline. It's a solid team fight team. Can they break the base here? I'm not sure they can, but they're going to get a lot of damage in on that.
The Assassins really need to
turret.
get on that Tristana, or this is going to be a lost game for them, I feel.
We can
have the
see.
team fight prowess to fight against
They've
this.
No, they really don't. We can see what Augie can do to bring his team up in the team fights, but it's looking like a difficult one for Memes and Dreams if they go for the team fights. We'll see how well the two Assassins can get in and take out that Tristana.
We do have a dragon coming up in 10 seconds. We might see a fight for this. We do have both teams coming down for it at least.
Yeah, both teams moving into the river. Telescope does have to run away. We see Memes and Dreams pushing in for that Ocean Drake.
And it looks like we're gonna get disappointed and see a dead man's plate on Garen coming out.
Yeah, that does seem to be what it is. We'll see if Svex goes in for the steal here. I think he should probably stay out of the pit. We saw the hook flying across to see if they can have it,
He
but
chose to opt out of that one, and I feel like that was the smart move for him.
we actually, while this is going on, we do see the reason Telescope backed out of there. Carly sitting in top lane, pushing out those waves.
She is a bit behind on farm, so I get it that that Bandit opts to get a bit more farm there to come back, because he does have to fight Kane eventually.
Yeah, true.
That solo tower gold. Oh, we do have Kha'Zix up there. This might turn out bloody for some of them.
We actually see the Kha'Zix movement blocking off that tower, I think, potentially for Bandit. That's
That is a bot lane.
an interesting opening to the fight, but these are a bunch of tanks. There's
That
just
is
a bit of a wet noodle fight going on here.
three
No one's
tanky
really
boys
doing
and
any damage to anyone.
that is
Okay.
gonna be a long ass
For
fight.
some reason, Kane doesn't want to take that fight. I think it's because he knows he'll be there for a couple months.
And also because he knows he's the squishiest target. He knows
He is the one that will actually take damage if they go for the fight.
Oh, Svex is getting caught now. He accidentally took the. Oh, he flashes out.
Yeah, flashes out of the pit. That's the flash burnt from the Nunu.
Unfortunate, but a good save.
Yeah, good save of himself. Next couple of minutes, Nunu not really one to need the flash a lot of the time unless he's trying to get out of a fight.
Nah, yeah, mostly he just
And-
wants to stand in a bush and wait for them to walk into him, right?
Well, he tends to want to go face first in with his big snowball into a lot of the fights.
Yeah, I suppose.
With this tank Nunu, we don't see very much damage coming out of the ult, more of just the zoning slow.
I suppose so, which is sad.
It is a little bit
AP
sad.
hero.
We do want to see that walk into the bush 5-man pop. It doesn't look like we're going to get that from this game.
Nah, generally, I feel like there are too many tanks in this game. We have
I think-
potential for some good
Hope-
AP burst.
Yeah, hopefully
get
next
that
game
team.
we'll have a couple less tank.
Yeah.
I think overall they're pretty happy now just farming it up.
Yeah, we do have a bit of a lull in the game. Both teams have have an Ocean Drake, and then we have the extra cloud on Team Telescope. Nope, Team Meets and Dreams. Fuck.
The gold lead is actually shrinking considerably. It's gone
It
down
is.
to, well,
even though they've got
2k.
up a turret on.
It is still the 2k gold lead. It was 4 earlier on in the game.
Yeah, but
just
most
push
importantly,
them
it's
forward.
2k while they're down a turret, so it's very easy for them to get it back. I feel.
Yeah, that's true. Looks like John's bitten off a little bit more than he can chew.
Yeah, he did get caught there. They are very good at roaming as a team. Team Memes and Dreams,
Yeah, we just see them moving through the jungle,
setting up.
dropping
some
a
good
couple of
walls.
those wards.
I do feel like it's the wrong side of the map for wards at the moment. We do have a arrow
Well,
now.
that dragon is coming up in a couple of minutes, so those wards will still be available when that dragon's spawning. I don't think either team really, right now, can take that Baron. They don't really have anyone to stand there and tank it for Memes and Dreams. And I'm not sure they have enough consistent burst
No,
on Telescope to really be taking down the Baron. So I think mostly both teams can kind of be relaxed about the fact that neither team will be taking that anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, we do actually
can-
see a Quicksilver Sash coming out as third item on Draxler.
Yeah, I think mostly that's to deal with the Leona. He doesn't want to take that long range engage from the Leona ult.
Indeed, and it's a safe pick, but it also means that the only damage dealer at the moment is slowing himself down.
Yeah, but you're definitely going to do more damage if you're not dead. So
That is true.
I think it's
Being
a
dead
solid
is a
pickup from
terrible
them.
CC.
What they should do now is pick up this top tower, and then get the wards around Baron.
Look at Svex murdering that snowball.
He's flying through.
Oh,
A nice bit of drifting for him. We actually see the Garen split pushing quite
yeah,
solidly in the bot lane.
He is doing. Is he gonna get the turret? He might be able to pick up
we
the
see the
turret.
movement now, but actually Telescope can use this to their advantage.
Oh, we have Kane
John's
going
got the
in.
TP.
That is-
John's got the TP, whereas Conley doesn't, so we
did
might see
just,
the TP coming in.
Oh,
We
one
see
for
the
one.
start of
That
the
is
fight
mid-
here, the
that
1
is
for
mid
1.
laner for support. So I feel like Telescope
Definitely,
got
definitely
the
the
worst end of
win
that trade.
for Memes and Dreams,
Oh,
yeah.
and then
We see the fight starting again,
something is on point with those hooks today.
but that is a good little pickup
That is-
from the Kha'Zix.
yeah,
Going back and
Kha'Zix
forth,
going-
he jumps back in. I'm not sure if he can get much from this.
No, these
Uh,
boys
but
are too
I don't-
tanky for him. I
I
don't think he
don't think
realized
he's
that.
going to die, actually, because those are just a bunch of tanks.
Yeah, they don't do any
Um,
damage, but they're not gonna.
They
die.
actually... Bit of a stalemate there.
That's
we actually see
dramatic.
John picking up the waves in the mid lane and everyone backing off, but here comes Garen. We'll see if Kungley can pick up anything. He's just spinning around on Svex, but I don't
Yeah,
think he has the
nah.
damage to kill him with that tanky build. He
Svex
does keep chasing him down.
Yeah, oh, he
Svex
even
is-
flagged for that. We might see
We
I
actually
do believe
might see Kungli going down at the end of this
too
now.
aggressive, Kungli. And he
I think
have flash.
he does
pick up one
he
for one.
does take out the Nunu.
Yeah.
Can he get himself out of there? He's very
He
quick.
can get out. Wow, that is.
That
I did
is
not
actually,
expect that to end that way. I'll be honest.
I didn't either, actually. It's a good little pickup from Kungli, and he makes his way out of there. He did use his flash aggressively.
I'm not
but
saying
still
the dead
getting out
man's
of the
blade
fight.
helped him catch up to that. I'm just saying that a ghost blade could have done the same job.
I mean, I agree with you. We do like to see the DPS items coming out. But again, both teams go back to farming.
Yep. Oh,
that's almost an assassination there.
That is a lot of damage
Tristana's
coming out.
managed to stay alive.
But we do
And
have
there's
the
the QSS
entire
working.
team jumping in.
He does
They're
stay alive
just
for now.
so fast to collapse on that.
And actually, Bandit picks up Kane on the backside of that as well. So
He does.
an overall win for Telescope. Graxa staying alive, using that QSS.
Memes and Dreams do have their advantage, but they need to watch out in these team fights because they are
Well,
definitely
that's a
getting
nice hook,
fucked.
actually. He's going to pick up a lot of damage. But Kungli, once again, just running his way through.
Just,
This man cannot be stopped.
he is unkillable. No, he got hooked.
Oh,
again.
there's the
That is a
second
good hook.
That is a great hook. We like that.
That is great. In the words of Will Smith, that's hot.
That is hard. He's picked up 2 kills, 2 hooks even there, but Oggy trades the tower up in top lane.
Yeah, they are definitely better at pushing on team Memes and
Team
Dreams.
Memes and Dreams.
do
Actually,
have
they have actually extended their gold advantage once again.
Their objective control is very, very strong compared to the other team.
Yeah, it looks like Telescope is just running around a bit headless. They're just trying to take the fights that they can.
Just trying to get down a few wards so they can actually see stuff. Oh, we have a ward kill coming up! Hey!
Oh!
First ward kill of the game, I think.
Pink ward clearing.
Yeah, good job on that one.
Once again, they just go back to
Oh,
farming.
and Svex is
Svex is going in
doing
here.
Svex stuff.
Not really sure about this, but he's got a lot of move speed to
Yeah,
make
he
his
does-
way
he
out
does
of the
make
fight.
He does
He's
have a dead
zooming
man's
out
blade
of
as
there,
well.
actually. Dead Man's Play is clearly a very popular item in this game.
Yeah.
We actually do see the AP build coming out of the Galio here.
Yeah,
Expected him to go a bit more of a tanky route, but
I do believe that AP Galio is the way to go these days.
I mean, yeah, definitely is. He's still pretty tanky and does do quite a lot of damage as well, so we do see that coming through.
That
looks
is
like
definitely gonna
objective
do
coming
something
up.
in the later team fights.
Yeah, the next objective coming up is probably that Infernal Drake. Both teams still very reluctant to do the Baron.
Indeed, they do want to dance around a bit, which is fair. Just keep clearing wards. We forgot to cheer for that one. It is hard. There are a lot of wards.
There's a lot of wards. Yeah.
Hey!
The quick ward kill coming through.
Specs using a snowball just to get into lane.
Flying
they
up the
can-
map actually.
no. Oh, they
almost,
are on Baron
they
now?
have actually started Baron.
It's not a fast Baron kill, but it is by no means a slow one either.
We actually see a lot of damage coming down on this Baron, and it doesn't look like Telescope really know this is going on, so it does look like the free
They
Baron
are
gonna
coming
go
in now.
over.
Will they
Memes and
catch
Dreams
someone?
take that Baron.
They did
Here
catch
comes the
Garen.
fight though. The Garen is taunted up. What congrats
Akali going in, Akali going in.
damage.
Kali is going for Augie. We might see. Yeah, that should be a dead Augie right here. No, Leona saved
He
him.
actually
That
lives
is
and the
a
Leona
pop-up
saves
Leona.
him.
Oh,
The
and then we
Tristana
have-
is still alive though, so we see him still pumping out that damage. The Kha'Zix having to go out the backside, very low health, and they do take down Kane on the backside
That
of
is
that
a
fight.
1 for 2. But we do have three Baron buffs on.
Yeah,
team
the 3
Memes and
Barons,
Dreams.
very good play to keep Augie alive, holding on to that Baron, but we see them pushing up the mid lane. See what they can pick up off this. Probably nothing, just a couple more waves.
Once they did take out the important one because now they have no TP for a split push. Oh well, they do, but he doesn't have a Baron buff to split with.
Yeah, that is true. They did take out the split pusher, but we can see the Kha'Zix moving into the side lane. Or the Diana, they both have a pretty solid threat if somebody goes into the 1v1 with them. Quite likely that they can take them down, so we could potentially see that.
I do believe
but
it's
the Diana,
Kha'Zix going down there then.
I think that could be right. He is the one
that.
that
Svex getting caught again.
Svex getting caught around the dragon. That's the Infernal going down.
Infernal. And we do have 4 dragons on Team Memes and Dreams. They can make one more, which is going to be another Cloud Drake for them. Which means that if they get an Elder Drake later in the game, that is going to be very, very good.
It's going to be a big advantage, a very big advantage. We see him coming up now, pushing him with the Baron buff. This is the power play. How can Telescope break this siege? Really doesn't look like they can. They've lost that inhib turret. I think they'll potentially lose the second inhib turret up top. That looks like where they're moving to.
They are just making some good old splitting right now.
They're putting the pressure on a couple of lanes.
Minions are coming.
They actually move.
Svex going in.
Move
absolutely whiffs his ball. But
moves away again. We did actually just see a very close hook to the Kha'Zix as well, just missing there.
More.
Another one very close. That actually could be the turning point in this game if they can pick up someone with the hook.
It could
but
be.
Right now,
Svex using his ultimate, just a little tap. Kali going in. Kayn is dead. Kayn is dead.
Kayn is dead.
Svex is running. We do have. Oh, John is dead. We have Garen zoning out now.
That is a nice little hook to. It's a nice little hook to save the Tristana, but that's the inhib going down. 4 members still alive. They can keep pushing here. Maybe pick up a tower.
Oh,
a nice flash actually, and he picks up the
Can
Kha'Zix.
Tristana save this? Tristana is.
Svex going in, forcing them off on the backside. There's Tristana going forward. They can actually pick up a lot of kills here. Tristana, that's a triple kill. Can we see the quadra kill? I think we probably can. He's going back in, see if he can pick up Svex, but that Nunu's very tanky and he's definitely not going to die.
Very, very dangerous Tristana on our hands.
He can really blow up the team fights now.
Indeed. I'd like to apologize to the entire stream for not muting the music when we started the game. There we go. We're getting better at this, David. At the end of the night, we're gonna have a Pobo stream on our hands.
Yeah, if this goes to 3 games, game 3 will be excellent.
We're gonna have everything down by then. I do have silver scrapes already and everything, so I'm waiting for it.
We can see what Matt can do though here, because he really did pick up a lot from that team fight. I'm not sure about the shutdowns. I didn't see if any came through there.
I think we might have had one on Kung Lee for the Garen. Because he has been alive for a long ass time without dying.
Yeah, he did pick up a lot of kills there. 14 and 2 on the Tristana. So we will see if that's going to be the big difference maker. If they can...
Yeah. I mean, they definitely have to protect that one with their lives. Because she's going to win them team fights. She did pick up a Guardian Angel.
Yeah.
So she is going
to stay alive pretty well. Very defensive. Got the QSS, got the Guardian Angel.
Yeah, so they can't really burst her down anymore because of the armor and magic resist from that one. And if they do, she's got to come back.
It's a long time in that stasis where not too much damage will be going out from Telescope. That is the trouble with these high tank compositions where the consistent damage is all on one player.
Indeed, but they're also gonna handicap themselves with their assassins when they jump in, because no kill, and that means Kha'Zix won't be able to jump back out again.
Yeah, that is true. That does stop the in and out from Kha'Zix. Diana, a very forward champion anyways, likes to stick in there, maybe pop the Zhonya's, which hasn't actually been picked up so far.
They're going for a quick and fast kill, but if they don't get it, then they're just gonna be fucked in there, I think.
Yeah, they're just gonna be standing there and slowly get taken down by the tanks.
Indeed.
Of Telescope.
We do see a good split push coming up now.
Yeah, Kung Lee's pushing in that top wave. We'll see who they send over. They should just be sending the Galio over, but
Yeah,
we'll see what they
I
do.
mean,
Looks like
he
he's
should
still
be able
clearing
to
up
clear
the
that
mid
wave
well.
very fast. We
Yeah.
might have a dead Kane on our hands. Oh, he's there. We see. Yeah, he did pop the Guardian Angel, but that's about it.
Not too solid of a trade. That's actually a
Oh,
lot of damage coming down on Bandit.
that is a good bait of the ultimate.
But they are going in forward. That's a good
Oh,
flash from
flash
John.
taunt.
And there's the
That is
fight.
Augie
Oggy
having his
coming out
ult
the
just
back
saved
end,
him
and now
hard
he's
there.
pushing out a lot of damage.
Yeah.
We see the Guardian Angel still up.
And
There
do
goes
see,
down Telescope.
that is a lot of damage coming out. Where was the Tristana in this fight?
That's a great flash actually forward from John. But they needed the Tristana there to really clean up the kills because
as we said,
those
they
three
have no
tanks,
damage without.
those 3 tanks really not doing very much damage.
I do believe they can save. I don't think they can end against the Kali Tristana, but they can definitely push to the last inhib.
Yeah, we'll see all 3 inhibs going down here, or at least we should. Kungley coming back in with his wave now.
Yeah, he's just
we'll see if he
take
goes
down
for that. Baron is live again now, so I think they'll pick up that free dragon and then start to move in for
They
the
should,
Baron.
but we actually see Kha'Zix on the dragon now taking that down just for that extra strong Elder Drake. As we
Yeah,
discussed.
if we actually get to the Elder Drake, because they could really just move in, take that Baron, and then push in all 3 waves at the same time. There's not very much that Telescope can do.
And we do see them going straight for the Baron now when they come back.
Yeah, the Baron started.
Which makes a lot of
still,
sense because we have
still not the fastest Baron, but they do have the.
Yeah, and they don't have a jungler now, so if
Zaya.
Svex does a hero play.
This one can actually be stolen.
Yeah.
It looks like they're moving off it, and I'm not really sure why they've made that call.
Maybe they are waiting for.
I think they might just be waiting for the jungler. Yeah, he is moving through the jungle now, so there he is. And they do pick up the Baron. These Baroned up waves, really difficult to stop, especially with all 3 of those inhibs down. So what they should do now is force the 1-through-1, send Kungley to one lane, Kane to another lane, and we get the 3 in the middle, just pushing in those waves. And honestly, with the Baron up, with the super minions coming through.
Yeah, we need to see a miracle coming out of Team Telescope now. They do need the perfect team fight to stay in this game.
Honestly, we do need to see all of Memes and Dreams dying if Telescope want to stay in this game at all.
We want to see some good tank engage. Svex is coming on the side now, making the world's largest snowball. He is going for reach around buttfuck, a classic tactic.
We do see them going in. Kungley flashing onto the Tristana, forcing him out of the fight. We see Bandit taking down somebody here. Can he get them? There's the GA pop, and he's flashing out.
Svex has done a great job of zoning Kane out of this.
The
But,
Tristana
there we are back in.
getting stunned there and
Tristana
taken
dead.
down.
I do believe
that's
this is
going to
be
game.
game 1.
Definitely going to be game 1 for Memes and Dreams. Picking up game 1, open Nexus, and there we go. Unfortunate, really, for Telescope. They just didn't have enough damage at the end of the day. So we'll see what they can do with the next draft phase. I think what they want to do is pick up a little bit more damage, but we'll see how they work.
Indeed. But good game coming out, game 1. They have some things to talk about. They have some things to discuss, consider. But it's gonna be I believe we're gonna have some slugfests on our hands tonight. They should definitely be entertaining for the people watching.
We've got the stats sent through. Oggy actually doing a lot more damage than I think I saw from him in that game. We do actually see him really bossing the damage for Memes and Dreams. We see just how low damage the team comp out of Telescope is, all around the same mark with the Tristana out in front.
Yeah, indeed. But great fighting from Team Memes and Dreams. They did make a good game, and they did make it well. They did play well.
Yeah.
Now let me see if I can change this around.
See if we can get those up on the stream. Gonna just have a couple of minutes break between the games now. Lisa wants some music.
Alright, we do put the music back on. Just at the end of one. There you are.
I think the only real adaptation we want to see between those two games is we want to see Telescope picking up a little bit more damage in their comp.
Yeah.
We want to see Bandic on something a bit more consistent.
We want to see some hard carry potential from Bandic. And we want to see fewer tanks from Team Memes and Dreams.
Yeah. Hopefully
they only really had one.
We'll get the damage.
We want to see full 5-man damage from Team Memes and Dreams because they have the potential for it.
We'll see if they can break that double tank meta that we've been seeing all of yesterday. The boring game.
We want to see something crazy coming out of these teams, and I do feel like Bandic realized that Akali wasn't the way to go.
Yeah, I think he said a bit of a panic pick towards the end of his time.
Oh, who do we want to interview, actually? Do we want to interview anyone?
Oh, I think we need to interview someone from the winning team.
Yeah.
Let's get... I think we're going to need to interview Augie.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think
let's go to cast interview. Fucking hell, he's too far down to drag up.
I'll put it in.
Hello,
Whoa.
Augie!
Hello!
Welcome to the caster interview.
Oh, thank you.
You did just win the first game.
Of course.
So what was your plan when you saw the max tank coming out of the other team? Were you afraid? Were you thinking I'm not gonna be able to burst these down? What were you thinking?
I was thinking I hate Blitzcrank. Actually, this is our new plan. 100% ban rate on Blitzcrank.
100% ban rate.
You're gonna force them off the Blitzcrank.
We are forcing Team Telescope off Blitzcrank.
Okay, well, we'll see if they hold to that in the pick ban.
So what's the plan for game 2? Are you going for the same setup, or
Plan 2 is a secret.
They're not giving anything away.
We will just say a lot of D.
Yeah, nice. We want to ask you something you can take back to your team.
Okay.
Could you ask Kung Lee to not build Tanky and Garen?
Yeah, can we see the full damage Garen?
We want to see a full damage Garen.
Okay.
Oh.
I cannot promise anything because he's a man with a vision.
Yes. And he did good. I mean, they did
when he
do
have
well.
that vision in his mind, we cannot stop him.
I mean, and it worked out for you. So one might say that maybe full tank Garen does work out.
We were a bit scared of this Tristana, but
Tristana did do a lot of damage, but you did a good job of getting to her. It's a good job on that. Are you about ready for game 2?
I think we're ready. I think our jungler is back from his poo poo.
All right, jump down to your channel then, mate.
I will do that. No problem.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
And I'll call you again, David. So we have.
All right. We're going into game 2 here.
Soon-ish.
Hopefully everyone's going to be ready soon.
Yeah. All right. Chat. I can actually read the chat now on Twitch. Do you want the music going, or is it only Lisa that's weird?
Oh, they're not quite ready over on Telescope, so we'll see what's going on.
Yeah. No music is the good.
No music's the call from Charlie. We're going to have a bit of a domestic going on in chat.
Yeah, I feel like that's
apparently you need to turn your mic up as well.
Apparently, I'm not really sure how, because I already have it on max. So that's
just
the way. I need to just speak louder. I think. There we are.
Okay, we're going into the
game
second
sound slightly
loud.
Yeah, I'll turn up the game sound when we get into game. Don't you worry, boys. Oh,
They called it. Augie told us the secret strategy: ban Blitzcrank, and they do take the Blitzcrank
we
out
are
of
into.
There's again the Vladimir. Do they know something we don't with that Vladimir? That's the question. Does Zoe ban?
I mean, they must have some tactic with that Vladimir we do not know about. Let me just see if I can.
We expect to see the Talia ban again from Memes and Dreams, so we'll see what Bandit can go to at the end of that. I hope we get to see the Mordekaiser here, but I highly doubt we will with the Blitzcrank taken out.
Yeah, I feel like that's quite a like you need a Blitzcrank for the Mordekaiser because you need something to.
You need a way of getting into them.
We do actually see some more bans on the support side, which we weren't expecting.
We'll see if the Thresh ban remains. I think the other ban was. I actually don't remember what the other ban was.
I feel like the bans last time around were very useless. That is a respect ban. I can.
Telescope really pulling up the bans directed at last game. Still with the Vladimir ban. We're not really sure why.
And we do have a Darius coming in for. It's like it only plays those spin to win execute champs, isn't it?
Yeah, he just likes spinning around, clearly.
Yeah, but then again, I have actually seen Kane play a lot of Darius, so we could see a flex pick.
We could see a little flex pick, yeah. We'll see what Telescope pick up. The Malphite coming into the top.
Malphite into Darius, that is a manly move.
Now there's two ways that goes. Either he gets killed a lot, or absolutely nothing happens.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting to see the second one of those, to be honest.
I'm expecting the first one.
We see the Jarvan coming through.
That is a pop off 80. What's it called? Not 80 carry. A jungler coming out there.
We could well see the AP Jarvan into the bot lane.
AP Jarvan support. That is.
We could see it. There's the Thresh that was banned out last game.
Yeah. Let's see if Thresh is more deadly than Leona.
Because they did actually swap that ban over.
You did.
And then the last round of picks. I do expect again the Lucian ban if they don't pick up the AD carry for Graxler in this rotation.
And they didn't.
Looks like the Syndra coming through.
And that is an early pick for Kane there. So he's feeling confident in that one.
Or they're squeezing his champion pool and he's not sure what he's got left.
That could be the point. Actually.
But potentially we will see the Lucian here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for, at least.
Oh,
there it is. There's the Lucian.
One black boy coming up.
Graxler picking up a strong AD carry for himself to see if he can really push forward in these games.
Yep. Which is good.
We
want
strong
to see something coming out of him. He did well last game. Let's see if he can actually turn it into a win this time.
Yeah. So again, there's the Ezreal ban.
Yeah, that's clearly targeted at Augie. Let's see what they're actually gonna ban now, because they could just be banning out Bandic.
I think that's what we're gonna see here.
That's
a lot of bans
what
focused towards Bandic.
Because Kane has a very big knowledge of Bandic's pool.
That's the Xin Zhao ban focused on Michael there.
Oh, is Michael a good Xin Zhao player?
Not necessarily, but he does play the meta junglers. Xin Zhao being one of those.
Flavor of the month.
Yeah.
And the brand.
The brand takeout. Is that something we see from Bandit?
Not really, no.
That's just a throwaway ban. I think they ran out of stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see what the pickup is here. We still do need a mid laner and a support from Telescope. That's most likely the support Morgana.
No Jarvan support today.
Yeah, no Jarvan support, unfortunately. Then we just need the AD carry and the jungler coming out from Memes and Dreams.
It could be Malphite jungle, but I don't believe it.
You want to see the Malphite jungle and the Jarvan top?
Yes.
Do you want to see the full AD jungle? I want to see the full AD jungle.
I want to see a Yasuo with this comp. That's what I want to see.
The Pyke is interesting because it's not really a jungler, but that is Michael's best champion.
Oh.
So we could potentially see a lot of power coming out of that.
That is actually a nice pickup then. That's interesting. And we do have Nico.
Oh,
I've
we
given
see
up.
the Cassiopeia switch at the last second
Tell you what,
into the mid lane.
David, I will leave you for a bit now because I do have to go and lay down a turd.
Well, we got 3 minutes, so
Yeah.
it
Plus
seems
this.
like the perfect time to do it.
Exactly. So entertain the chat.
We see a very different team come from both teams, actually. A lot more consistent damage coming out of Telescope with the Cassiopeia. And a lot more team fight prowess coming out of Memes and Dreams. We'll see what this Pike can actually do. If he can really clear the jungle effectively and get himself off a couple of games. But yeah, so we go into this 3-minute wait time now. So yeah, this is going to be a much more explosive game than the last one. We do see the team fighting teams on both teams, so hopefully we'll just see a bunch of guys running at each other, and that should be the way this game goes. The first game a lot more conservative with a couple of skirmishes, but this one I want to see a lot of those team fights coming through. And this one doesn't really depend on the early advantage, but can snowball very hard either way. We'll find out who can do the big carrying if we can get that game 3 coming out of Telescope, or if Memes and Dreams can take it in a sweep with their sub-in jungler. Probably a bit of an improvement on the jungle side. We'll see what he can do on this Pike. Bit of an unstandard pick, but you know, we'll find out what's happening. The question is, does George get to play in the next round if Memes and Dreams win? Or do they just have Michael as the jungler from here on out? That's what I want to know from chat right now.
And we're back, boys. What the hell? 1 minute left?
Yeah, we're still going. That was a very quick third.
I could have scooped out round 2. Damn. I hurried on that one.
We're getting a couple of no's. He's not allowed. I've asked the question of, does Michael get to play all the games because George didn't show up?
Yeah.
So we did get some no's out of chat.
I'd say if the team wants him to, I feel like that should be a team decision.
I kind of agree with you there, actually.
But,
It'll be a very different team dynamic because
they do have some games down now. They've made their band, so they know what they're about.
Yeah, and I think Michael honestly is much more of a shot caller than George will be.
Yeah. So I do believe we should let them play with that if they feel like it.
Well, it depends if they're playing against us.
Yeah, then we definitely want George in there.
Yeah, we Michael can play all the other games, and then we'll have George for any time we're playing.
Yeah, okay. So, we're into the loading screen, and immediately we see 4 skins on the top side, and 5 skins on the bot side, so we do have Telescope at an advantage right here.
And actually the team with more skins did win the last game.
Yeah, so we might actually see the same coming out here.
So potentially we do see Telescope really turning it around with the number of skins they have. You clearly have a much faster client than I do.
Might have faster internet. Alright, let's put them in order. Silly support, what are you doing up there?
So we do load into the game here. Will we see any invades? Probably not coming out of either team. We see the Thresh, see the Morgana, but not really much CC out of either of the others. Actually, the Thresh and the Pike combo could be a pretty solid invade.
That could be a strong invade. One
But we will
Morgana
see if
spell
that comes
shield
in.
could cock block them hard though.
That is true, but they are actually moving forward now, so
And they
just
do know
dropping in
each
the
other,
wards,
they-
and absolutely nothing
Yeah.
has
I
happened.
feel like that was all the action we're gonna see at level 1.
Yeah, a couple of wards being dropped,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
But
But we see that much more aggressive team comp
indeed, there's not a lot of
Telescope.
that is actually true. We unless Vex is going tanky, we could see a tanky Jarvan coming out. I really hope not. I want to see some full damage action on that
I
one.
do actually. I really want to see the dunking one shot.
Yeah.
Coming out.
But what I'm most interested in is the top lane, because that could go very, very bad for Team Telescope very fast.
Yeah, that's true actually.
If Kung Lee gets an early advantage, then he's gonna be unstoppable.
Yeah. We will see that Darius really going off to a big advantage. But what I do really want to see if this Pike can really make an impact with this ganking.
Oh, we see early poke coming out of and John
Yeah,
knows,
up in the top lane in a
John
little
knows when
fight.
to trade. But I feel like if they keep this up, Kung
We
Lee's gonna
actually
win
see him winning that trade very hard.
very hard. Kung Lee did start his Q, which is never good. That did cost him the trade.
Yeah, he's actually used this Q before that trade has started
Yeah.
and still gone up, walking up. So
Yeah, so that is a large or misplay by Kung Lee right there.
yeah,
But what we also see very fast is that while Kung Lee's health is at half, so is John's mana.
yeah, that's true. He's having to use a lot of that mana to poke out.
And that
With
is
those
an
Qs.
early gank from Svex this game. That is nice to see. That is a quick
They
flash
do
coming
get
out.
the flash
That is
out of Yepa.
an early advantage for a very strong early game ADC. This could
Yeah,
definitely
both
turn ugly
the
for him.
advantage for Lucian, and we can see if that Jarvan comes back again. The Pike potentially going to go and take away that red buff because he has foregone that.
We could
We'll
see
see
some
if that
counter
does
Jarvan coming in.
happen.
I do believe Svex is walking over there now. Yeah, he's ignoring his wolves to go for that red buff. So we might see some.
Yeah, could see some fighting actually coming out from the two of them. I don't think Michael's going to expect him to be here this quickly because he has just run the entire way across the map very fast.
He
And
actually
yet,
is.
we do see him having to leave that alone. Jolly is actually out of mana now.
Yeah. So now Kung Lee should
complete-
have every advantage in that fight
Yeah.
if he knows how to go for it. Yeah, there we go. Just some early.
Actually, still a little bit of mana left. He can get that E off, and that does force Kung Lee to walk away.
Indeed. Very well played by John in that fight. I did not expect it to go like that, especially not at level 1. But there you are.
Yeah, the
Early-
hook missing.
Early
And
advantage.
the Lucian going
Oh!
through, actually, and there's the heal. And the binding hits as well. They're picking up a lot of damage again onto the Thresh. You just see that Lucian's power. You see why it was banned in the first game.
Yeah,
It
indeed.
can
I
just
do
dish
believe
out
that,
a lot of damage.
and I do believe if we had had an ignite down from Morgana, we could have had a kill.
We could have, yeah, because it would have stopped that healing coming through. We would have seen that damage going through from the Ignite, and that is potentially a kill. And maybe if they communicated a little bit earlier in lane that Matt was looking to go forward with that Lucian, they could have just sent the Morgana binding along with it, picked up a kill on in that way
Now,
as well.
we did just see both mid laners missing their cannon minions, which is fair, I suppose. So good on Kane, noticing Bandic missed it and then going for the
Yeah.
same move. That is
Yeah,
fair play right there.
He's seen it happen, and he's gone, do you know what?
Yeah,
I can't take this advantage. You we'll stay even for now.
And I mean, that is some fair play we're not used to seeing in League, especially not from these guys. Um,
We actually see Conley starting to really win those trades,
yeah,
forcing John off a little bit.
and John
And
has
Oggy,
gone for a health crystal, which is super good against Darius, but doesn't help him with his poke because it's still a Malphite and his mana costs are hella expensive.
yeah, that is true. But we do see Oggy holding on to his flash out of those engagements in the bot
Yeah,
lane.
and that is very patient. I would not have the balls for that.
I would definitely have flashed on the gank. But we see him using his heal effectively the second time around.
Oh, that is a Kung Lee flashing in. We might see something going down, and that is a flash for
That's the
flash,
flash
nothing
from
else.
John.
That is
Big damage actually coming out.
yeah, a ball of play. Kung Lee definitely trying to get some
He's
control
really trying
back
to
in
push
this
his
top lane.
advantage,
Yeah,
yeah.
but we do see Svex coming up. We might see a gank coming in here, and that could very
Yeah,
well mean that Kung Lee because he doesn't
the
have any flash.
flashless Conley, he's really going to struggle to get out of here. I think the only thing he can do is look to trade.
Yeah, and with the
We actually see the flag missing, and
that is a first blood for.
that's a first blood coming in for the Jarvan. We'll see if he can pick up anything else from there.
John definitely playing that very safe, just staying out, only getting the poke in because he knew he'd go down if he went in for that.
Yeah, making sure he doesn't let the trade kill happen, making sure that Darius is falling behind. He's pushing in a big wave as well now. There's no TP on the Darius, so he's going to have to walk into that lane, miss a lot of that CS.
And we do know if Malphite gets ahead with just one tank item, then Darius shouldn't be able to touch him anymore.
Yeah,
Which is
that is true.
definitely going to be very strong because you want to see a Darius get ahead early. You want to see him power through that lane.
Yeah, definitely.
Now
We actually haven't seen very much from the Pike yet.
that is
We've seen
he's
him
even-
attempt the counter jungling a couple of times, but have to run away.
yeah, and he's behind on farm because of that, which is unfortunate.
See the stun coming out there, and there's the
there
hook,
we have
and
him.
they're actually going in here. And there's the flash, and the flash to a save.
Immediately has to run out. He is down a few levels, so it is. Oh, that is a nice binding. Very well done by Dumb Thing right there.
The damage actually being traded back quite solidly.
Augie is definitely keeping up his half in this lane.
He is, yeah. But that Lucian Morgana, very strong lane. The binding, hitting, and there's just nothing you can really do after that.
And we do see John going for some more mana and armor in his next buy, which I do feel is a good call.
Yeah, a pretty standard buy for the
Because
Malphite there.
he is winning out in this this top lane now, which is it's very good to see. I believe he's maxing his Q just to be able to poke.
Yeah, it'd be
because
interesting to see what he goes for actually between the
Q
the
and
frozen fist and the frozen heart.
Yeah.
See if he goes a bit more aggressive or not.
Yeah. I know I'd go Frozen Heart just because you don't actually want to fight the Darius straight up. So Frozen Fist would only be to help out in later team fights when you to just lock down when you actually jump in, which you might
but
do.
that frozen heart actually is slowing down the Kaiser's attack speed.
That is true as well. It's
So
interesting to see what he's gonna do, whether he's
Yeah.
playing for the top lane or for the team.
obviously we want to see him pick up the damage item.
Yeah, we want to see him murder.
Yeah, we want to see him clap out Conley, but you never know what's going to happen.
We can just wait and hope.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
It looks like Svex actually nicked the red buff there.
I do believe that is his own side's.
No, the first one earlier on. So he's rebuffing him here in this.
Oh, that is pretty strong. So X is definitely doing a good job jungling. Even he fell behind on Nunu, but he kept up really well last game.
Yeah, he definitely did.
And now he is getting caught.
There goes in the Malphite. Oh, we'll see if they can turn around the kills, and that is.
Oh, that is a return kill. Kung Lee
Another
could
one.
fight this.
The one here.
And Bandit coming up, and that is.
Yeah, good movement from Telescope there.
And a double buff for the top lane. That is definitely going to be strong.
Yeah, that blue buff on the Malphite, very scary. He can just poke you out quite easily with that mana regen.
Yeah. A good roam from Bandit coming up just to make sure that Kung Lee had nowhere to run.
Yeah, looks like Svex was caught there, but we do see the Malphite ult coming through on both of them.
Yeah, I feel like Svex getting caught has been.
It has been a staple of
Yeah,
this
I
game.
mean
Yeah,
we
you're
have
right.
we have seen it happening a few times already.
He does need to be a little bit more aware of what's going on around him. Maybe drop a few extra wards whenever he goes into an area.
Yeah, but he has opted into the lens very quickly, so he is
Yeah,
just
true.
there to go for the counter jungling, I think. Mid lane, absolutely nothing is happening.
Yeah, they're just farming.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
And that is a
we do
missed
see
ult.
some
We do
aggression
see-
actually,
yeah.
and that is
that is a
Bandic
kill,
just
yeah.
being straight up killed by the Syndrome.
Yeah. Bandit whiffing his ult
He
definitely
went
cost
for
him
the
that
aggressive
fight.
play, but
Yeah. He
he's
should
missed his
have
ult.
run away as soon as he missed his ult, I think. I think
Yeah,
going in after
forward,
that. Yeah.
definitely a risky move.
Kung Lee is playing it hard mode in the top lane, missing the outside of his axe every time he uses it. That is definitely a good way of showing you're the man, but I don't
And
feel
we
like
actually
it's the way
see a
of winning.
second binding hitting in the bot lane.
And Jebster going in front of Augie there,
Yeah,
absolutely
just blocking that culling.
man move.
We see the heal used again from Augie.
I mean, they're definitely pushing them hard in the bot lane, and you see that showing in the shutdown already.
Yeah.
We do
They're
have
picking up
two
a lot.
shutdowns, and we do see John going for the aggressive build with Sheen in the top lane.
Yeah, so it looks like the Frozen Fist is coming out.
Yeah.
Another binding actually did hit at the end of that little engagement in the bot lane, and Augie's going to have to base.
But surprisingly, it looks like Kung Lee might be going for a Triforce instead of a Black Cleaver.
I think the Triforce is quite standard now.
Yeah, I feel like it's good, but it's only good if you're playing against carries or something not building full armor. Because
True, actually,
the Black
true.
Cleaver could be very, very strong against a Malphite.
Yeah, but he does need to think about what's going to happen after the laning.
That is
They're actually, so going in. Not so
and
sure
that
about
is
that.
a
decision.
nasty amount of damage coming out
The
in no time.
binding turns it around, and then the Lucian just taking him out.
Lucian has definitely been practicing his shooting.
Yeah.
He's doing drive-bys with
Basically,
semi-automatics.
all of the plates going down, and the binding missed, and here comes the pike. And that's one
Augie
kill.
just
Can he
getting
get
a
a second
solo
one?
kill. That is actually
Yeah,
Augie is
and-
gonna be the man for this team, I feel.
The Pyko actually missing there, but he did get the nice
He did
flash block and the
get some
flip
damage
over.
down, which is, I suppose, is okay. And meanwhile in the top lane, Kung Lee going for yet another missed axe.
Oh, but he has pulled him into tower range here, so he could
Oh,
get
he
something back
actually
out
hit it.
again.
Yeah.
And that's the ult from John.
Yeah.
A nice kill.
we see a
Can he
return?
survive the burnout? He actually does survive the
We
burnout
do
there.
see
So
Bandit whiffing yet another ult. Caster
that Malphite getting very strong. We will be able to see.
Yeah, that is definitely gonna be something they have to deal with. But I do believe that sending a pike up there is not gonna solve anything.
Yeah, I think that's true. We just need to see Kung Lee playing it a little bit safer.
Yeah.
He has picked up those Merc treads, so it's going to be a little bit harder for John to kill him now.
Yeah,
But that's Syndra actually getting far ahead as well, so
that is
we'll
gonna
see.
be that's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, we do see the bot lane and the mid lane both on 2-0 for memes and dreams.
But more importantly, this time we actually have Team Telescope ahead in gold.
We do,
which is,
It's only a little gold lead, but they'll get this tower in the bot lane.
Yeah.
That would be first brick, and
But this is looking good for game 3, boys.
yeah, it could.
Which is something we all really
Facing
want to see.
towards the game 3.
Yeah.
They actually have a lot more consistent damage this time with the Cassiopeia as well.
Yeah, they haven't put all their eggs in one basket this time.
But that is actually the pike
And
getting behind him, and there's the double flash.
But good flash from John getting out of that one.
Yeah, he's managed to stay safe there. That wasn't actually the pike flash, sorry, that was the pikey.
Yeah.
But still, getting out of that gank.
Indeed.
It's really difficult for Pike to get into that because as soon as he starts stealthing, you do get your little ring around you.
Yeah,
You know he's in the
he's very
area.
easy to see. And they did just steal his red buff again, so he is running on fumes now. He doesn't have any gold to play with. And that is
It
a
looks like they're going to
nice
pick up the
counter
kill
gank.
there. And that's actually the trade kill coming in.
Yeah.
I didn't quite see if the Syndra ult went down, but the Syndra's going to die there.
The Syndra ult did go down, I think.
Okay, yeah. And that's the
And John is
Jarvan
just
ult forcing
bullying
it.
the top lane. But that should definitely be a turret in the mid lane again.
Yeah.
Lucian really doing some work this game.
And I think they will, if this does go to a game 3, they will need to adapt their bans to keep the Lucian in it.
Yeah. I do feel like we've seen a lot of useless bans coming out.
We definitely have. I think they do need to keep those 2 bans on Bandit, so I think we will see that.
Yeah, I mean, that is very strong.
Ban changing.
Yeah, it is very strong to have 2 guaranteed bans against you because it just makes sure that the other team has nothing to do, and that is another.
That is another solo kill for the top lane.
Nasty. Man,
John
is
is
having
really
a
pushing
rough
his
time
advantage.
here. Yeah, and that should be a turret maybe, unless Matt could do something. Is it Matt?
No, it's Michael on the other team. Matt is the Lucian and Michael Pike.
I know their names. And they're not actually going to do anything about the top lane.
Good night.
Good night, David's parents.
Yeah, they're off to bed. A classic maneuver in the Field family household.
I mean, I do enjoy going to bed very much. That is actually my favorite part of the evening.
Maybe we'll just have a sleep stream next time.
Hell yeah. Just me snoring.
Yeah. No, honestly, I had enough of that in Antwerp.
Some good ASMR. Fucking hell no, nothing's going on. Oh, are they killing a dragon? They are getting...
Oh, they're taking down the dragon.
Not gonna lie, it's hard to be hyped for Cloud Drake, but I'll take it. Let's see what's next.
That is
another
the
Cloud Drake
ult coming in the mid lane.
Oh, that is the return kill. That is actually well done by Bandic.
We did see the Syndra ult coming down again, so he's just got to run away.
Well, we do have Janfras roaming. Janfras could be coming for...
He's actually already out of the area.
Man, he is immortal at this point. I don't know what they're gonna do about him.
I actually don't think he dies for the rest of this game.
No, I mean, they do have some good AP damage from Kane.
They can throw that Syndra ult in.
Yeah.
But it is going to be difficult to kill him.
It's going to be a matter of time before he starts building HP and magic resist as well. So it's definitely going to be hard.
Yeah, he's only going to get stronger from here.
And that is good because Bandic has not had good games. We do expect more from him in the last game.
We'll see if they do decide to change one of those 2 bans aimed at him. See if they can unlock the Talia or the Zoe.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to give one of those up, it's definitely going to have to be the Zoe. A lot of people hate playing against it.
Yeah, but his Talia is so strong, and the roam potential from that wall.
He can really start making things happen.
And John is just styling on Kung Lee at this point.
He's really is actually. He's just bullying him out of everywhere he tries to go.
Kung Lee is 2 items completed for his Triforce.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought you meant you just had 2 items complete.
Nah. Well, let's be honest. Stinger and Phage are 2 very powerful items.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about the Stinger.
I mean, I definitely have gone for the Sheen before Stinger.
Yeah.
I mean,
the components, which is what he bought first. The 2 daggers are definitely stronger. We do see them engaging onto John here. There's the flash forward. They do. They really want to take down this Malphite. They do take him out. There's the shutdown going onto Oggy as well, actually.
He actually still has a shot. Oh, there's gone. But he did pick up the Sunfire Cave on the return. And more armor. Fucking hell.
He does need to start picking up some magic resist to really.
Because Uggy is gonna do a lot of magic damage as well, which is
Yeah.
very good for the team because otherwise they'd be fucked.
Yeah, I think a lot of their damage is magic, so
Yeah.
especially now with the Darius falling behind.
Yeah. Oh, Malphite is complaining about a buggy R. Do we have a remake on our hands? I don't believe we do. I do believe the official announcement from the crew behind the scenes is just to suck it up and keep going.
We'll see if we can get the tech guy back in here.
Yeah. I don't think they can join our private call, so no tech
Oh,
guy today.
that's true. Actually, no tech guy today.
But I have my secret earpiece and it says "Suck it up, John." You're 4-1. You'll survive. But Kung Lee did finish his Triforce, so we might see some damage coming from him. And
Svex is going forward. I'm not sure the rest of his team got the memo.
but importantly, we can see that Svex already has a warrior and is going for a black cleaver, so that is way more DPSy than I'd expect from him.
Yeah, we like the damage build. Yeah. That's a nice binding actually, but they can't really go forward here. And there's the Syndra ult. Delusion just staying alive. And
Bandit just turning that is a naughty ultimate.
We'll see if he can pick up anything more here, but there goes down Thresh. Pike looking for something.
Unfortunate. That is very well played by Kane.
Oggy flashing forward. A nice dodge with the ult as well.
That is the comeback for Team
That's
Memes and
Dreams.
Right,
picking up a lot from that. Would like to see how that fight goes with John being there to pop his ult. But that's a big ult from Bandit, and they still didn't really get anything out of it.
Indeed. Unfortunately.
Patient play from Memes and Dreams.
I do want to see Bandit getting a few more items before he really does anything, because he is a bit behind right now. He's been keeping up farming alright, but those 4 kills on his counterpart can really be felt in the team fights.
Yeah, definitely. Kane putting out a lot of damage, the ult going straight into the Lucian, almost bursting him out completely.
Yeah. And more importantly, 2 levels ahead as well, that's really going to be some extra damage.
Yeah. We see them just going back to farming here.
Yeah, there's a bit of a lull. Could it be another Cloud Drake for the teams?
Yeah, we'll see who gets this one. Is that actually... Oh, no, it's an Ocean, okay.
Yeah, so they have an Ocean, a Cloud, and
possibly then possibly the extra Cloud, yeah.
And
we'll see what they go for. We could see actually quite a big team fight around this one.
That is a nice
looks like Memes and Dreams coming to pick up John again.
They could be going for that. And John is just melting when there's no...
That is quite a short ult and he flashes away. But the hook back in with the flash and he's been taken out.
That is a kill on Kung Lee. That is a gold reset though.
Yeah,
so
that is
John has more gold to get back.
Yeah, Telescope taking advantage of the opportunity, pushing in the mid lane tower.
And John is complaining about his ult again.
We potentially will see the remake here if this keeps up.
I feel like we did see him use his ult though.
It was a little stubby ult.
Maybe he forgot to. What did he play last game? He did play the Galio.
He did, yeah. Maybe it's on Smartcast or something.
Yeah, or off Smartcast maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know. We will never know. We can drag him to the post-game interview and ask.
Yeah, we'll see what's happening. We'll see what's going down with that.
Yeah, and Kung Lee asking, is it on Smartcast or not? Because he did use it.
Yeah. Kung Lee's the real hero here. He's getting the information onto the players.
Maybe we have a broken keyboard on our hands.
That does sound like a broken keyboard.
But he did use it on Galio for quite a lot of times last game.
Maybe he was spamming it so hard when he got the kill up in the top lane.
Could be.
We see Memes and Dreams picking up the Cloud Drake.
That is good. That's gonna get them a little bit of objectives back in this map. They are behind. They need to pick up some. But other than that, we have had a pretty bloody game. We have 25 kills in 24 minutes, which is
Yeah,
decent.
that's what we like to see.
Yeah.
I want to see a big team fight out of the teams
I
now.
do feel like Baron is gonna be the team fight
The
initiator,
starter, yeah.
because both teams could really use that to their advantage right now. And they do have some strong Baron clear on both sides, I think. With Team Telescope definitely being the faster ones, but with Augie and that Kaiser, it shouldn't take them too long either.
Yeah, the Kaiser and
And
the
there we are, a
Cassiopeia.
good ult from
That is
Malphite,
a
followed up
great
by
little
Spec.
combo.
That is great. That is
Looks
strong.
like the Malphite ult does still work.
Telescope, yeah, indeed. So maybe it doesn't work when he tries to run away.
It's his own brain telling him not to ult.
Yeah. I feel like that could definitely be the case.
You see the tower going down.
And
A
Bandic
whiffed
with
ult
his
from
yet
Bandic
another
again.
ult. What's it like now? 3
They
to
should
1?
turn around. They should turn around now and go straight for Baron.
They should. Kung Lee immediately going for the mid lane, seeing if he can pick up a counter turret push.
Which he
Definitely
does, but that
should be
is just
able
the
to.
outer.
Yeah, but it is mid turret though, so it is
Yeah.
a fairly important one to get. And if he can rotate to the bot lane and get one there as well, that might be a dead Jun. Indeed, good pick up from Augie and Michael.
Yeah. We do actually see
And that
Augie
is
is actually popping off a little bit here, but he doesn't quite get the kill.
Nah.
Bandic picking that one up.
But that's actually good because Bandic is a bit behind. But seeing him do this damage now means really good things for Team Telescope in the future.
Yeah, it's actually a big old shutdown he's just picked up off of Augie.
That is
650 gold into the pocket.
So
It's a nice kill
they
to
do
get.
definitely have a double threat on their hands now. And
We see
Svex
Kungli and Svex having a fight here.
Kung,
I can't actually see the health bars. They are on top of each other. Kungli picking up that kill, actually.
Yeah.
Svex running out of damage. He's done a lot of damage on this opener, but he's just got nothing left towards the end. And that's exactly what Darius wants. He wants the long drawn out
dominance
fights.
by missing his Q and still winning the team fight. Not
That's
team fight,
what-
just a one-on-one.
That's what we like to see. A missed Q into the big ult.
And I mean, to be fair, it's hard to hit your Q when you're right on top of the other guy.
Yes, especially when you're in the Java.
You don't have a lot of room to maneuver.
You really don't have a lot of
That
space.
is
That's
a
the
nice
thing.
pickup. Yevster is on point with his hooks.
That's actually a really nice little hook combination from the Pike and the Thresh. But there's the trade kill. And the Pike does go down. Looks like they're actually walking into the 3 members of Memes and Dreams.
And that is a nice ultimate to
ult
save
that
John
has
right
hit. But Kungli flashing forward and they pick up that kill anyway.
Unfortunately.
I would have liked to see them re-engage actually on that big ult from Bandit.
We do see John going for some magic resist now. He does realize that he's not getting murdered by the AD anymore.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It's a bit late, I think, but better late than never. And
Yeah, I would have liked to see it second item.
maybe some merc threats as well. But
yeah, but those Tarbies actually blocking quite a lot of damage from the Kaiser with that auto attack proc.
I suppose.
But yeah, we do need to see a bit more magic resist out of him. The big damages on Memes and Dreams doing a lot of magic damage.
Yeah. And Svex picking up yet another AD item. He is he's definitely committed.
He really is
to
going all
blowing
in
up,
on this AD Jarvan.
He just wants to blow up some carries, which is
we
really
did see
nice
that
to see.
not really working down in the bot lane.
Yeah, but I feel like he picked the wrong carry to jump.
He did, definitely, yeah.
No much can be said about Darius, but he is a fair bit more tanky than Kaiser.
That is true.
And we see
the
signature item
spans.
coming out.
We'd see the signature emote spans going on in the river. Yepa kind of ruining that little exchange there.
But it's good that they have time for some banter between the teams as well.
Yeah.
No hard feelings in Team Solar Flare.
So the next big objective for them to get probably this dragon.
Yeah.
The Baron is always an option for
Svex
both
getting
teams.
caught again. That's a new
They
one.
actually do have. He's going forward here. Actually, he's
But
forcing
Kungli is
off
zoning
3
down.
of the
That is
members. They have
very strong.
forced the swap
And we
there.
have Morgana in there in the end. Bandit going
There's an
first.
ult picking
Oh,
up
that
Oggy
is
here if they
some
can.
nasty
That would
damage
be
coming in.
very nice if they can pick off
Yeah.
Oggy, which they do.
Oh, he's not
And
gonna run
Memes
from
and
him, that
Dreams.
guy.
Memes and Dreams not quite having enough damage left, especially if they can pick this up. It doesn't look like they can.
Svex just took the. Yep.
Yeah, Svex has picked it up, so they can actually take the Baron now. The jungler is still up for Memes and
I
Dreams.
do believe they should go for the Baron because they have a lot of
Yeah, looks
damage.
like they're running straight there. We'll see if Michael does go in for the steal. He is there just before them, but they do see him.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like it's better for him to wait out because he's not gonna get it. Let's be honest.
he could look for the steal, but I think probably
That is
yeah.
the manliest thing I've ever seen if he gets it. Honestly, I'm gonna have his babies if he gets that one.
He is looking to
But-
try and steal it, but they do see him on the back edge.
But importantly, though, he
Bandic's
is
forcing him
wasting a
out.
lot of time by having Bandic run
That's
after
true,
him.
actually.
Because Bandic does a lot of damage to that Baron. And Bandic whiff is another ult.
Oh,
and
he
he got
actually
it!
stole it as well! Oh my
Fucking hell.
god!
I'm having his babies. Holy shit! That is the hero play the team needed.
That
Look, his
really is
entire
the
team
hero
came
play.
up before that. What?
They picked up a great team fight from Telescope, but that's really unfortunate.
That is-
Michael's taken away that Baron
Yeah,
from
that's
them.
it. We're
They'll pick up
definitely
the dragon
having
as
George
a
back in for
consolation.
when we're playing against them.
Yeah, we're not playing against him.
Fucking hell. That is the best play I've ever seen. Faker go home.
A great steal coming through, and they do pick up
And,
Vex in the mid lane. They donate that kill over to Kung Lee.
and that is what Memes and Dreams needed to get back into this game.
Yeah, all 4 members coming up before the Baron dies.
That is very, very important steal. It is.
Actually, not all 4 members. Kane doesn't have the buff, it looks.
Okay, but 3 out of 5.
3 of the 5 of them still having that Baron, yeah.
That is amazingly played by Michael right there.
Yeah, great still. We'll see what they can do off of this siege. They do have a lot of big ults that they can pop into this on Telescope side. They can definitely win a team fight.
They can. They just need to
Malphite ult,
right
the
in.
Cassiopeia ult. If they can hit both of those, they should really just melt.
And Jarvan did pick up another AD item, so he's
Yeah, the
definitely
Tiamat,
set on that.
maybe a little bit late for my liking, but
Yeah,
I like the idea. I like the AD build coming out.
I
of,
like it. I feel like we should encourage
Svex.
that kind of play.
We definitely should encourage that kind of play.
And
Maybe next time we'll see a full AP Sejuani.
hell yeah. I want to see that.
I don't want to play that.
I want to see a full AP Rammus. AP best.
I come rolling in and pop them with the one shot.
You just need to kill one guy and you did your job. But let's not discuss tags for our next game.
Yeah, that's actually a secret strategy. So hopefully no one in the
ignore
chat
this.
leaked that one.
Yeah. Shh.
He didn't actually hit that.
Fuck yeah.
Do you see them just resetting though?
Yeah. I mean,
Just
the gold,
going
the
back
gold
to
they
the
got
beginning.
from that Baron steal was very big, but they haven't actually done anything with the Baron buff.
Yeah, they did equalize the gold out though.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
is
but-
what mattered, I think, because the Baron buff on the other team would have been deadly. That could have.
Yeah, they really could have like forced their way into the base, taking at least 1, if not 2, inhibs off that Baron play.
But Bandic does have a shutdown on himself now, and he has started to pick up some items, so he is gonna get more and more deadly. The next thing he needs to work on is hitting his ults, and then we're gonna have a great Cassiopeia on our hands.
Yeah, if he can just hit some of those ults, even if he just gets the slow off, at least that's some damage.
True, but I think we are 2 and 4 on the hit miss at the moment,
Yeah, we are 2 and 4. Yeah,
which is definitely not great stats.
it's not really what you're hoping for out of the Cassiopeia ult.
Nah.
But if he can pair it with the Malphite ult,
I mean, that is an easy knock-up.
it's a much easier ult to hit if you've already had it set up.
That is true. But Bandic
But
is
they-
actually in the completely wrong spot right now. And that is a free
Yeah.
tower for team Memes and Dreams.
He does need to move down in case they do want to pick up a next tower, but it looks like they're just backing
No,
off.
they're just taking the free gold and leaving. And now they're actually ahead in gold, which is something we haven't seen for the
Yeah,
entire game.
very big swing. A great Baron still.
Let's hope it didn't tilt them completely off of this game, because they're still in a great spot. They have a strong team.
Yeah.
And Svex has picked up some magic resist, which is sad to see. But
Yeah, you don't really want to see that out of the AD Jarvan.
but it is.
I think
fair.
he needs to get some lethality, honestly.
Yeah.
That's how he's going to get the one shot off.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone one-shot something with magic resist.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Maybe
not gonna
the
help
old
him with the one
Galio,
shot.
but
Oh, okay. The old Galio. That was a stupid champion.
but that is not what Svex is playing at the moment.
Yeah, no, definitely not quite old Galio in this game. We have the Jarvan coming out.
So it might have been a misbuy. He could sell it later and get something better.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, he might well sell it and pick up the Duskblade. That's what I want to see out of him.
Indeed, a Duskblade and a Tyrannic Hydra. What's it called? The lifesteal one, definitely. We don't want to see more HP.
Oh, the Ravenous? Yeah.
Ravenous Hydra.
I actually want him to sell that and get a Yumu's.
I mean, Yomos and Duskblade could be a strong combo.
I honestly think he could one-shot Augie if he has
But
that.
so could a Stormrazor.
Interesting. I'm not so sure about the Stormrazor now. I think it's a lot more of an early game item.
Oh, that is a great pickup for team.
They've taken down
Team Memes and Dreams.
Matt. But they're actually doing a lot of damage here in reverse. We'll see if they can come up from below them, pincer them off here.
Go Svex, be a man.
The Svex is going forward. That's
He did
forced
cast
both of
two
the flashes.
And they have a kill
there's-
on.
That is actually
If they can get him down, they
another-
should have a much better chance of getting.
getting a Baron.
Yeah.
Augie flying in, picking up the kill. Okay, let's see if he can
Augie
get
is
out. He's
doing
kind of
it.
running himself into a
And
corner. He's
that
been
is a
Malphite ulted
nice
and he just
Malphite
can't
ult.
move.
But that is Bandit getting caught. Nice Sonya's coming out.
We actually see Bandit staying alive here.
Bandit is definitely playing this
and he's
as
hiding it.
well as he can.
And
but
there's the
just
Syndra ult to take him out.
no getting
But
away
that
from
is
that point click R.
he bought so much time for his team to win that team fight with their two bruisers coming in.
We actually have two big objectives on the map right now. We have Baron and we do have Elder Drake. So it's gonna
Yeah,
be
we'll see
interesting to
which one they go for. I do think both teams would much rather pick up the Baron.
I think the straight up team fight right now is definitely in Telescope's hands, because they do just have a strong comp with the Malphite.
Yeah, the Malphite and the Cassiopeia
Yeah,
picking up a
we
lot
do
of
see them
team
consistently
fight
winning
power.
those fights.
Yeah, we'll see if Kane can stop that from happening by taking out the Cassiopeia earlier on in the fight. But
Bandic did
that's
use his
not
hourglass,
what-
so he doesn't actually have anything for the next time.
yeah, that stopwatch is now broken, so we will see if he picks up the Zonyas before the next team fight. I'm not really sure what's happening. A couple of them are sitting in base right now,
Yeah, he's not.
but
buying
they are
anything,
on
it
the
seems.
move out.
But Svex's Guardian Angel is back up, which is gonna be really strong for
Yeah.
his engage.
We do see the QSS again on Matt
Yeah, and I feel like that's a good choice. And
and on Augie actually as well. Yeah,
and we
He-
do see
he's
some
completed his.
very tanky Malphite at this point. He just picked up his Gargoyle Stone Plate.
Yeah, if he can use that effectively, it's going to be really difficult for them
he's
to
gonna
kill him
be
at all.
immortal in there.
You
I'd
just
like-
see them popping a couple of combos in, and he's really just not losing any health.
I'd like to see
I
him.
think
pick
they've
up
gone in a
some
bit too aggressively here.
Yeah,
We'll
that
see
is
if they
a
can
dead
get the
Svex.
team fight. Svex being
Oh,
taken
and
out
a
into Guardian
complete
Angel.
whip
That
from
is
John.
that potentially is the team fight win for them. But we do see Svex coming in, zoning them off the backline, and Bandic is just picking up a lot of damage here. But no, taken out, and no more members of Memes and Dreams falling.
They do have 2
Great
kills available.
stopwatch.
Yeah.
But the stopwatch down, which is actually the Sonya's now, sorry, and the GA popped from Oggy. So
Yeah, let's see what Augie can do here, because he's
a different
definitely
fight.
what Matt can do here, because he's definitely gonna fight to keep. Yeah, he's just clearing the wave. I feel like that's the good way to go about this.
Yeah, they are still forcing the tower, though, it looks like. They've
but
given up with that idea now.
it's definitely a good call just to
But
use the
walk
color
back
there.
in
But
with this
what
wave.
is he gonna do now though?
Yeah, with the culling down, not
Yes.
really much he can do on
Gonna
this
have to
Lucian to
just give
really
up this
clear
one.
some waves. But that Syndra ult very nearly back up. They could look to pick him off.
Yeah, and he doesn't have his Quicksilver up yet, so they could just go for the dragon. I don't think they can stop them, and they should be able to kill it relatively quickly.
Yeah, quite a fast dragon with Oggy at this point. He's in a very powerful point. But it looks like they're actually just heading to the Baron on
They could just do a
the
counter.
other team. We could see a counter Baron here.
Nah, they're too afraid of any wards down there, which is sad. That could have been a great Baron pickup. I don't think the other team would have realized it because they don't have any wards there.
Yeah, it's quite a dark area for both teams, so I think they're just a little bit scared about it. But it looks like Telescope walking around this dragon. I don't think they really want to take the fight right now. I think they want to wait until Bandic has his Zonyas before they do take a fight. I think that's going to be quite an important item finish when he does get it.
It sure will. It's interesting. I'd like to know how far off he is. It can't be far because he hasn't bought anything for the last couple of deaths.
Yeah, he's just been sitting on that broken stopwatch for a while now. I think if we do see him finish off that item soon, we'll be good. But it looks like Memes and Dreams picking up this dragon. They'll know what's happening with that W coming through. Telescope walking in. Looks like
And
Specs has gone in a little bit
just
on his
resetting
own.
it.
But Memes and Dreams peel off of the dragon.
They are
do
pinging the
reset
butt
it.
turret though. They could just go for that. They have the inside track and should be able to take it down very fast. Once again, Bandic is a bit away from his team, so he has to run fast without any boots. Let's see if he can make it. He should, but
Yes,
that could be some good easy damage onto the.
play in Hip Tower, yeah.
Specs actually avoided getting caught this time, but Kung Lee is in there like a man, just going.
We'll
Actually
see
hitting
what
his
John
Q.
can do here. He's holding his ult off at the moment. That is a big Malphite
That
ult.
is massive. That could be the game.
And there goes in Specs. Graxler hitting over the wall, but he's taken out by the Pike ult. That's a good fight. It's a good fight.
That was actually
for
a
Telescope.
very great escape from Michael right there.
But they are just going to walk in, pick up this Elder Dragon. Let hope they can get the smite on point this time because Michael's sniffing around it again.
Yeah. And they do have 3 dragons, so it's gonna be a strong dragon for them as well if they get it.
He's gone in again. And
this time
this time Oggy actually picks it up.
And
so
Svex must definitely be hating himself because that is
that's
unfortunate.
I don't even think his
It
I
was.
think
I
his
think
smite
it was ready.
I think his smite was either really early or just on cooldown the whole time there.
Could have been. That is rough.
Either way, that is a misplay.
Yeah.
You really don't want to see that coming through a second time in the game.
No. Let's hope he has it up for the Baron because if we see that again, then it's gonna be GG.
Yeah,
the
that
game
second
is
Baron
so
coming
close now
through.
that they can simply not have more smite steals going through.
At this point, one team fight or the Baron going down can decide it, and Memes and Dreams are burning that Baron down.
They do know it's happening, and they're running as fast as they can.
But
Lucian,
this Baron is potentially just already going down. We see the culling over the wall, but no, this time the Baron picked up by the team doing it. Michael gets another smite onto that Baron.
And Michael has been doing work for these teams, for the team, through the entire series, I feel.
Yeah, he had a really strong performance on the card leagues in game one.
Good backup for team Memes and Dreams. We do hope that we see George coming back for when they're playing against us.
Yeah, potentially he has in fact died. We don't really know what's happened to George.
Oh, that would be unfortunate. He's not answering.
But yeah,
he might be dead. Hey, ward kill!
Oh, 2 ward kills actually there.
Oh, damn.
quick succession, there's another one going down.
So right now we have a very strong Meme and Dream team. They are on the second Baron.
Yeah, walking in Baron and Elder Dragon. So they have huge buffs right now. They really want to push this
We
inhib in.
need to see some perfect team fighting. We need to see the perfect Malphite ult.
We need to see the perfect Malphite ult. We need to see the perfect Cassiopeia ult. That's the only real way that they lose this team fight.
Yeah.
If we can see them getting in, if we don't see anything happening from Telescope, they will just lose this by default. That tower will go down. We'll get the super minions pushing in, but they are managing to clear them for now.
Kane is doing work just poking, but he is at half mana, so it's going to be a question of how long
Yeah,
keep
they
it.
need to do this quickly. But they can just sit on that cannon minion, watch it shoot the inhib. It doesn't look like it's going to be too
Svex
fast.
getting
There's
caught
Svex
again.
being caught. They do need to just go
Yeah,
in. That's a
going in.
whiff ult, I think.
I do believe he hit. Let's see if they can pick something up. They do have one down.
He's staying alive for a really long time there, though. And that's a big Syndra stun.
Oh, Svex getting what he came for.
But
Augie is
Memes and
enemies.
Dreams all staying alive. Augie playing really well throughout this series.
Simply too many
Picks up
carries
another
at this
kill
point.
for himself.
Very well done.
Hopefully they'll pick up Svex as well. Yeah, Oggie's moving in to pick him
Yeah,
up now,
that
and
is
that will be
important.
game. Memes and Dreams moving on to the next round to face Team Solar.
And Augie is definitely man of the match here. He has done work.
We did
in
pick
both
up the
games.
interview with him in the first game.
Who do we want to? I feel like we should get down our Baron stealing.
I think we need to get our Baron stealing man into the post-game interview.
We do. We go to.
All right, let's pop back in.
Indeed.
He's actually run away already. Okay, we'll get somebody from the losing team.
Let's do that. Alright. Who do we want?
Who do we want to get? I think we'll pull Matt in, see what he has to say for himself.
Yeah, do that. Hello, man.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
So how'd that
Hello.
feel?
How'd that feel? Kind of upsetting. I think we had the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
do you
the
think
50
it was all down to that Baron steal?
Maybe the 50-50 Baron was not the correct choice for Matt.
Now, what about the 90-10 dragon then?
The dragon. Well, I'll blame myself for that because I died when I probably shouldn't have done.
Who made the call though to go for it when Svex didn't have smite?
The Baron.
No, the dragon.
Oh, the dragon. I thought he had smite for the dragon.
Well, we weren't sure if he either had smite for the dragon
I
or
think
smited very early.
It looked like he smited like 1500.
Okay,
from
sure.
when I was watching. So
Unfortunate.
yeah, it was just I mean you can't really blame the joke. Well,
Nah, shit happens.
can't really. Yeah, exactly. It's 50-50. So
I mean, we're gonna be good boys and say that's not Svex's fault.
yeah, no, we don't think it was. We don't blame Svex for anything in this one.
Nah. But you're
So
going
you're-
into the losers bracket now, which
your
means you're
next
going to
game-
be playing against Team Flare.
And they have potentially been known to tilt off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
So we want to know what your plans are coming up against Team Flare.
Team Flare. Yeah. Smash everything. Just gotta
Nice.
smash
Yeah?
him. Yeah, that's all we need to do. Just go smash him.
We did actually want to see the Mordekaiser coming out in this
Yeah,
game.
we were
Getting
rooting
banned
for that
in
one.
game 1, and then the Blitzcrank getting banned in game 2.
Yeah.
Were you hoping to play the Mordekaiser?
I was hoping to win game 2 and then play it in game 3.
Ah.
That was the pocket pick.
I mean, that was looking like it was going to happen for a long time.
Yeah, I think we needed, because if they had good scaling. Although we had a Cassiopeia, the Kaiser arguably played really well. He had amazing positioning and they had good peel. So I think if we'd got the first Baron, we could have ended the game without getting the late scaling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
you
just got to
definitely
I couldn't output damage
No.
afterwards.
Yeah, and
After
what
a
do you
certain
think? What do you think of Team Memes and Dreams versus Team Solar?
Yeah. Give us
Well,
an outside opinion.
speaking to the Team Solar jungler,
Yeah.
you get up, bitch.
What? What the hell?
I think it's gonna be interesting. The bot lane. I'm gonna join the bot lane. I mean, I'm slightly biased as a bot lane player, but I'm gonna join the bot lane, and see how that pans out. and also see if Kane, see how Kane comes up against
Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Because obviously Charlie popped off in the Echo, and we saw Kane's damage on the Syndra. So
Yeah, Kane did really
Yeah.
well in that game.
yeah,
And then final question: how do you feel about the fact that they did play with Michael instead of George?
I think it probably changed how they played, but I mean, you got to play what's in front of you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
that
gonna
is
say
true.
it would have gotten any better or any worse. So
No, but we did call it out before they started. Them having someone from 100 Thieves sub in was a really
exactly,
strong.
it's not fair. So they're banned for the tournament. We win. GG. All right, nice.
All right. Thanks, Matt, and good luck in your next game.
Yeah.
Thank you. Back to the analyst desk.
Yeah, back to you on the analyst.
I do believe we're going to stop the stream here. So thanks for everyone who watched.